Hi, awesome human. We're going to do a meditation today I call the House of Support. So I invite you to get into a beautiful, calm space, and then we'll begin. Okay, so we're just going to take 3 deep breaths together. First, inhale, and then exhale. Second deep breath together, inhale, and then exhale. Third deep breath together, inhale, and then exhale. I invite you to close your eyes and take another deep breath. I invite you to take yourself to your happy place, whether it's a beach, a mountain, a river, lake, area, whether it's near or far, imagined or real. Take yourself to your happy place. And once you're there, just breathe in a deep, cleansing breath. And I invite you to, once you're there, feel the ground beneath you. Feel grounded. Whether that's sand, grass, earth, water, whatever you feel beneath your feet. And now I invite you to turn around and see your beautiful dream house. Whatever that looks like to you, however that's showing up for you. And I invite you to, as you get closer and closer to your dream house, you're becoming your 2-year-old or your 3-year-old or your 4-year-old self. With each step closer to the house, you're becoming younger and younger and younger. And to the height of how tall you were when you were 2 or 3 or 4 years old. And as you approach this dream house, from the point of view of your child self, you're filled with wonder, openness, and curiosity. And as you step inside this beautiful house, it's full of light. It's full of magic. It's full of wonder and possibility. And you see a beautiful staircase, and you're filled with curiosity as to where it leads. So you go down the stairs with your small feet. You go down and down and down. And you're greeted by a beautiful long corridor. It's like a never-ending corridor out of something like Harry Potter. There's a beautiful Persian rug underneath your feet. And as you get closer, you notice that there are people standing in front of all the doors. There's tons of doors on either side. And there's people standing in front of each door. And as you walk along, you notice that you know these people. It starts with strangers whose lives you have impacted or supported. And as you walk by, they bow to you. And as you continue to walk, you come across the friends section. Old friends, dear friends, new friends whose lives you've impacted and supported, and they bow to you. And you feel deep gratitude in your heart as they do so. And then we move along to the extended family section. Grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, who may be living or who maybe have passed, but they're here today for you. And they bow a deeper bow to you. And then you get to the parents section. And they bow an even deeper bow to you. And you see a mirror at the end of the corridor, but we'll get back to that because there's a curiosity inside of you that wants to go and talk to one of your friends. So you go into the room of one of your friends, and on the walls are all the ways in which you've impacted their life. And they take your hands and you sit on the bed together and they say to you, I love you, I hear you, I see you, and I support you no matter what. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you give them a big hug. And you feel so loved and so seen and so supported. Then you go out of the room to the next, an extended family member's room. Maybe it's a grandmother, maybe it's a grandfather. You smell that familiar smell as you enter their room. And you see on the walls all the ways in which you've impacted and supported their life. And you sit on the bed and you take their hands in your hand and they say to you, I love you, I hear you, I see you, and I support you no matter what. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And they give you a big hug. And you feel that warmth in your heart. Then you go out and you choose one of your parents' doors, your mother or your father. And the same thing happens. You go into their room, they show you on the walls all the decorations, how you have supported them. And then you sit on their bed, holding their hands, and they share with you, and they say, I love you, I hear you, I see you, and I support you no matter what. And you give them a big hug. And as you go out of the room, you remember the mirror at the end of the corridor. So you run to the mirror, and in the reflection, you see your current self. And your current self says, I love you, I hear you, I see you, and I support you no matter what. And you switch roles. You, the child, goes in the mirror, and your current self comes out. Your current self turns around and looks back at that beautiful corridor full of people who love and support you no matter what. And as you run down that corridor, jumping and skipping all of the people in front of their doors or throwing confetti at you, and you feel this deep knowing feeling in your heart. And as you go back up the stairs, you go out onto the patio and you watch the sunset. And you put your hands on your heart. And you take a deep breath, knowing that whenever you need support, it's right there in your house of support, in your heart. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.